Jimmy Donaldson started his channel at the age of 13 with a camera, no budget, and 0 subscribers. By the age of 25, he was the most subscribed to individual creator on the platform, with over 200 million subscribers across his channels, a food delivery brand generating hundreds of millions in annual revenue, a chocolate company that sold out nationally in under 48 hours, and a net worth estimated between $500 million and $1 billion. He didn't get lucky, he didn't go viral by accident, he didn't have a famous parent or a record deal or a studio behind him. What Jimmy Donaldson did was spend 6 years studying a machine that nobody else was willing to study that obsessively. And then he built his entire operation to feed it perfectly. This is the story of how one person reverse engineered the most powerful content distribution algorithm on earth and turned it into a business empire nobody saw coming. Let's start at the beginning, because the beginning is the most important part of the blueprint. From age 13 to age 19, MrBeast uploaded hundreds of videos that almost nobody watched. He wasn't failing, he was studying. During those 6 years, he obsessively analyzed what made videos perform, which thumbnails got clicks, and how long viewers stayed, what made them leave, what made them share, and what made the algorithm push a video to new audiences versus let it die. He didn't just watch other creators, he read every piece of public research he could find on viewer psychology, attention spans, and platform mechanics. He built spreadsheets tracking performances, variables across thousands of videos, his own and others. He created YouTube not as a creative outlet, but as a system to be understood, and he refused to go public with his content until he felt he understood it. This is the first and most important lesson of the MrBeast blueprint. Most people try to succeed on a platform before they understand the platform. Jimmy understood the platform first. Here's what he learned. YouTube's algorithm doesn't care about how good your content is. It cares about two numbers above almost everything else. The first is click-through rate, the percentage of people who see your thumbnail and title and actually click on the video. The second is the average view duration. How much of the video the average viewer watches before leaving. A video with a high click-through rate and a high average view duration gets pushed aggressively by the algorithm to new audiences. A video with low score on either of these metrics get buried. Regardless of quality, YouTube wants to maximize time spent on the platform, so it surfaces whatever content achieves the goal most efficiently. Most creators approach this backwards. They make the video first and then they think about the title and the thumbnail. MrBeast flipped this entirely. He starts with a title and thumbnail and works backwards. Before a single frame of footage is shot, before a single dollar of production budget is spent, he asks one question: will a stranger click on this? If the answer isn't an immediate yes, the concept doesn't get made. His team reportedly runs dozens of thumbnail variations through testing before a video publishes, sometimes replacing the thumbnail mid-launch if the early click-through rate data suggests a different image would perform better. This thumbnail and title are not packaging for the content. They are the first product. The video is what justifies the click. Now let's talk about retention, because this is where MrBeast's obsession goes deepest. Most YouTube videos lose the majority of their audience in the first 30 seconds. The average viewer decides almost immediately whether to stay or to leave. And once they leave, the algorithm punishes the video. MrBeast engineered every element of his content specifically to prevent that drop-off. His videos open with an immediate payoff, the most exciting or surprising moment of the entire video, shown before the title card, before the logo, before any setup. You don't wait to find out what's going to happen. You see it happening in the first 5 seconds, then the video explains how you got there. This isn't just an editing trick, it's a promise. Every MrBeast video opens by promising the viewer that staying will be worth it, and then pacing the video is engineered to renew that promise every 60 to 90 seconds with a new reveal, a new escalation, a new piece of information that makes leaving feel costly. His editing style, often described as relentless by other creators, isn't a stylistic choice. It's a retention engineering system. He has publicly stated that he rewatches his own videos dozens of times before publishing, looking for any moment where his own attention drifts. If he gets bored, he cuts it. If a scene runs 5 seconds longer than it needs to, those 5 seconds come out. He reportedly benchmarks his own videos against television shows and films in terms of pacing, not against other YouTube videos, because he wants his content competing for attention at the highest possible level. The production budget for a single MrBeast video can exceed $3 million. That isn't vanity spending. Every dollar is going towards making the retention curve flatter. Here's the insight buried inside the retention obsession. The algorithm doesn't just push your current video when you perform well. It pushes the entire channel. Every time a MrBeast video keeps a viewer watching to the end, the algorithm learns that this channel is worth being shown to more people. High retention on one video increases the distribution to the next video before it's even published. MrBeast's channel has compounding algorithmic momentum built over years and years of high performance videos. A new creator releases a video with identical quality would get a fraction of the initial push. The algorithm rewards history, and MrBeast has the most rewarded history on the platform. Now let's talk about scale, because the scale of MrBeast's operation is where the business model becomes genuinely extraordinary. The most common question people ask about MrBeast is, how does he afford it? Videos giving away $1 million in cash. Videos recreating the entire set of Squid Game with 456 real contestants and a $456,000 in prize money. Videos building a fully functional house in 24 hours. The production costs are real, documented, and enormous. The answer is that MrBeast treats each video as a marketing investment rather than a content expense, and the return on that investment is measured in advertising revenue, brand deal pricing power, and product launch velocity. A MrBeast video with 100 million views generates between $300,000 and $700,000 in YouTube revenue alone at typical CPM rates for his audience demographics. But ad revenue is the smallest part of the equation. The real value of 100 million views is what it does to the brand deal pricing. Sponsors pay between 1 million and 3 million for a placement in a single MrBeast video, because 100 million views with the audience demographic he commands, which is primarily 13 to 34-year-olds with high purchase intent, is one of the most efficient media buys available anywhere. Television can't reach the audience at that scale. Digital ads don't carry the same trust as an authentic creator endorsement. MrBeast can charge rates that make traditional media executives uncomfortable because the performance data on his placements is publicly verifiable. Every brand can see exactly how much people have watched. In 2020, MrBeast launched Feastables, a chocolate bar company, and MrBeast Burger, a delivery-only restaurant brand operating out of ghost kitchens across the country. Feastables sold out its initial inventory nationally within 48 hours of launch, driven almost entirely by a single YouTube video. MrBeast Burger did $100 million in revenue in its first year without owning a single physical restaurant location. Both products were launched primarily through YouTube content rather than traditional advertising, which means the customer acquisition cost was essentially zero beyond the production budget of the videos themselves. This is a strategic insight that separates MrBeast from every other content creator who has tried to launch a product. Most creators treat their audience as an audience. MrBeast treats his audience as a distribution network. 200 million subscribers is not a fan base, it is a direct sales channel that reaches more people than the national television networks. With higher purchase intent at a fraction of the cost, when you own a media channel that large, you don't need advertising, you are the advertising. The business model compounds further when you understand his international strategy. MrBeast operates dub versions of his main channel in Spanish, Portuguese, Hindi, French, and multiple other languages, each with tens of millions of subscribers. These channels don't require new content, they require translation of localization of existing videos. The incremental revenue per view on these channels is lower than on English channel, but the incremental cost of producing them is near zero once the original video exists. He took a single production investment and multiplied it across dozens of markets simultaneously. This content leverage applied at a scale no creator has attempted before. Let's zoom out and look at the full architecture, because when you see all of it together, what MrBeast built really isn't a YouTube channel. It's a vertically integrated media and consumer goods company disguised as a single person's hobby. The YouTube channels generate ad revenue and brand deal income that fund increasingly expensive videos, which generate increasingly large audiences, which increase brand deal pricing power, which fund even more expensive videos. The product brand use the free audience has as a free distribution channel, generating revenue that doesn't depend on any single video performing well. The international channels multiply the revenue on each production investment across global markets. Every layer of the business feeds every other layer. It is a flywheel, exactly like the ones we've seen with Costco and Amazon, except this one is built out of a 13-year-old's obsession with a video platform. So what can you actually take from this? The first takeaway is that distribution is the business. MrBeast doesn't make money because his videos are the best videos on YouTube. He makes money because his videos reach more people than anyone else's videos. And he built that reach through a decade of systematic data-driven optimization before he spent a single dollar on expensive production. Most businesses want to skip to the expensive production. They want the one big video, the viral post, the product launch. What MrBeast proved is that distribution infrastructure has to come first. Build the audience before you build the product. The second takeaway is that retention is a product feature. Whether you're making a YouTube video, writing an email sequence, building a SaaS onboarding flow, or designing a physical store layout, the question is the same. At what moment does the user's attention drop? And what can you add or remove to keep them engaged 30 seconds longer? MrBeast's obsession with retention isn't a YouTube strategy, it's a customer experience strategy that applies to every touch point in every business. People leave, your job is to make leaving feel costly. The third takeaway is what MrBeast figured out about the relationship between cost and credibility. He spends more money on videos than most YouTube creators make in a career, and he does it deliberately because the scale of the spending becomes the content. A video where someone wins 1 million is more credible than a video where someone wins 1,000. Not just because the prize is bigger, because the viewer can see that the creator put real stakes into it. Spending communicates belief in the product. The most underfunded businesses in the world often cut the wrong costs, the visible ones that signal commitment to the customers. The fourth takeaway is the multiplier principle. MrBeast didn't build 10 separate businesses from scratch. He built one distribution system and multiplied it across channels, languages, and product categories. Every business has an asset that can be multiplied. It might be a manufacturing process, a customer relationship, a piece of software, or a piece of content. The question isn't how to build more things. The question is how to multiply the one thing you already have. Jimmy Donaldson started with a camera and 0 subscribers. He spent 6 years studying a machine. He built a system around what that machine rewarded, and then he scaled that into a system in one of the most unusually and quietly brilliant business empires of his generation. He didn't go viral, he engineered virality. One retention curve at a time until the algorithm had no choice but to show his videos to the world. Find your machine, study it longer than anyone else is willing to, and build your system around what it rewards. Then the compounding do the rest.